This is NBC Montana Today.
Good morning, Montana. I'm Jason Hurst. As you pour your coffee and make breakfast, let's get you informed and ready to take on your Wednesday. Coming up over the next half hour, find out how new bathroom signage on the University of Montana's campus is getting resistance and how the school is responding. Plus, a settlement offer in a lawsuit over a proposed pre-release center in Flathead County goes before officials. We'll tell you what happened next. And lawmakers consider the future of Montana's Department of Public Health and Human Services. The changes one bill aims to make.
Well, the time is at 5:30, and we are starting out with temperatures in the 30s. Some wet roadways around Missoula and Kalispell. We've got snow coming down around the Butte-Bozeman area. Butte still under a winter weather advisory until around 9 a.m. New snow amounts, though, should stay less than an inch, but chains are required for towing units if you're traveling home state pass. Radar showing a few showers filling in on 93 south of Flathead Lake there through the Mission Valley. A little bit of light rain and snow in the mix for us throughout the day today. Temperatures making their way to 45 by 2 p.m. Missoula could have a little bit of rainfall for the evening drive. Temperatures in the upper 40s. For Bozeman, here's a look at your day ahead. Snow showers, at least a chance of it through noon. Shower chances diminish for southwest Montana as we head into the overnight hours. But tonight, snow chances are going to increase for northwest Montana. The Flathead Valley under a winter weather advisory. We're talking snow amounts in 10 minutes.
On Tuesday, we told you about a controversial new state law requiring public spaces like the University of Montana to designate multi-person restrooms as male or female. We now have an update on how that effort is facing some resistance in one campus building. After staff updated signage around campus, including in Eck Hall, the university's liberal arts building, the first and second floors all-inclusive multi-stall bathrooms changed to women and men respectively. But by Monday afternoon, those new signs were removed. UM spokesperson Dave Kuntz says students taking down these signs are going against UM's rules.
We understand that emotions are charged around this issue. We have a lot of students who are frustrated by this law, but we also have a lot who support this law. And so we're just going to deal with that on a case-by-case basis, but those signs will be replaced.
Kuntz says for now, the university isn't seeking to punish the students who took down the signs. He says the signs will continue to be replaced if needed. ASUM, the university's student government, is hosting student listening sessions this Thursday, April 3rd and April 10th. In Kalispell, the Flathead County Board of Adjustments met to consider a settlement offer from the Department of Corrections. And from Tuesday night's results, Flathead County will get their first pre-release center. NBC Montana's Sadie Risen explains.
After months of meetings, denials, and a lawsuit, the Department of Corrections gave the Flathead County Board of Adjustments a settlement offer. Board members voted on what to do with it during Tuesday night's meeting.
In short, you're considering whether entering into this settlement agreement between the Board of Adjustments and the Department of Corrections is in the best interest of the county and the citizens who come before you.
Only 3 members could vote on the settlement as one was absent and the other sustained. After a long discussion, one member shared his opinion on what should be done.
I am open to settling with the additional conditions so that we can negotiate and work with DOC to make this work. That's where I'm at.
Ultimately, the Board of Adjustments unanimously agreed to offer a proposed counter settlement, which the Department of Corrections agreed to accept, meaning the 90-bed men's facility will be placed in the Greenwood Village Inn and Suites and will be the first pre-release center in Flathead County. Reporting in Kalispell, Sadie Risen, NBC Montana.
In Helena, the months-long saga over a contract controversy involving former Montana Senate President Jason Ellsworth comes to an end. After weeks of debate, the Senate voted 44-6 on a censure motion. A legislative auditor says Ellsworth wasted state resources and abused his position in government when he tried to arrange for a 6-figure contract with a business associate for bill tracking services. Ellsworth will have his Senate floor privileges suspended for life, but can still vote remotely.
I appreciate the minority working with me on this, and the president and many members of both caucuses that I've talked to. I think this is appropriate. These incidents were very, very serious, and the Senate needs to respond accordingly.
And I think that this is just too close to expulsion for my liking. So just the political witch hunt needs to stop, and I'm just going to be a no.
Several motions to expel Ellsworth were made, but all failed to get the necessary votes. Ellsworth apologized for the appearance of impropriety, but denies any wrongdoing. Changes could be coming to Montana's Department of Public Health and Human Services.
I think that we can do a lot better for the people in those institutions, in those community-based programs, by dividing this agency in half. Let the income assistance to traditional welfare and social service programs stay over in the DPHS, and create a department that's committed to running a real healthcare system.
Fitzpatrick presented House Bill 851 Tuesday in front of the House State Administration Committee. The bill now moves to the House floor. Fitzpatrick says if Health and Human Services is divided, the agency would remain the same, but the second department would be called the Department of Health Services, and that branch would handle administration of state-owned healthcare facilities. Some supporters believe it could provide more hands-on medical care for Montana's most vulnerable people.
It will allow for organizational efficiency and increased performance in these highly specialized medical care facilities, which will allow for better service, better control, and more efficient organizational mission.
No one spoke in opposition, and we will continue to follow this story and let you know what happens next. Staying in Helena, an initial hearing is held on a bill that would legalize internet fantasy sports contests in Montana. Although Montana legalized sports betting in 2019, it is one of just 6 states that does not allow online fantasy sports contests. The market is currently dominated by FanDuel and DraftKings and lets participants choose a selection of pro athletes to compete for the highest score against others online. The bill sets a minimum age of 18 for participants, a 6.75% tax, a $5,000 fee for licensees, and provides the state DOJ with regulating powers. The lead sponsor says online fantasy sports are a game of skill, not gambling. Opponents disagree.
Montana public policy in gaming is to ensure that there are proper controls in the gaming environment. If we open up online gaming in Montana, we are going to lose the ability to control, and it will have unintended consequences.
I'm getting sick and tired, which you could probably tell, of some of the fear-mongering that we get from these opponents. Every single time we bring anything to open up a little bit of, whether you want to call it gaming or being able to put some money on sports.
No action was taken on the bill Tuesday, and we will continue to keep you updated on its progress. A fiscal note has been requested but has not yet been published. And we now visit with Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster, who is standing by. And Brooke, we have talked about those commuting for work, but what about those kids getting ready for school? What conditions are they dealing with? You know,
we are tracking a couple of showers today. Now, it's not going to be a washout like we've had the past couple of days, but still fairly unsettled for us. The time is 6:39. Here's a live look outside Kalispell. You can definitely see the cloud cover on our Sportsman Ski House weather camera. You can see our roads in Missoula on our Clearwater Credit Union weather camera. A little wet this morning. Temperatures 34 degrees at around 7 a.m. in Kalispell, 46 once we head into that 3 to 4 o'clock hour for Missoula. A couple of hit or miss showers early today, but this afternoon we'll get a chance to enjoy a little bit of sunshine, but we stay fairly unsettled. Our next weather maker arrives tonight and Thursday with another round of accumulating snow. We're talking impacts and snow amounts in about 10 minutes.
Coming up, as a nation and the world awaits President Trump to unveil his much anticipated new tariff plan, key elections happen around the country. House Barr has the latest from Washington. Plus, Montana State football has a new leader on defense, but a familiar face. The latest from Bobcats spring camp. And let's take a live look over Missoula above TV Mountain at Snow Bowl from the Community Medical Center weather camera. Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster has your day planner right after the break.